everybody. So it's November 4th, 2 days after the tentative deadline that I set for our script for our first project on troupejax, and I did not get a single story. I'm a little disappointed, actually. Actually, I'm a lot disappointed. But what can you do? So I have gone on a couple of different websites and found a little short thriller sort of a story, Invalid Directive. It was written by Matthias Caruso, which I don't really know who he is, but he put the script up online up for grabs, so here we go, we're grabbing it. The opening sequence is a montage. Boyish fingers hold a black chess bishop, moving it above the black and white squared landscape and taking the white queen. You can see my little storyboard thing right there. An old wrinkled finger flicks the white king down in surrender. A wad of cash falls onto the chessboard. A boy's hand grabs it. Another game. The boy's hand moves a knight. An adult fist slams against the board, knocking the chess armies. Another game. The boy's hand moves. Another king falls. Lit by a spotlight, Nate, 13. This is a tentative age. Doesn't really mean we have to put him at 13. A suited boy with gelled hair and a cadaveric paleness, so he's really pale, like a cadaver, grabs another wad of cash. So here's my opening storyboard, and it's going to go to this, which is cash in a hand, and that'll be repeated a couple of times since it's, setting up this story. And then there is our first image of Nate, Mind My Drawings. Interior chess room at night. Spotlight pierces the darkness, casting bright circles of light over chess tables. Nate sits at a table facing his next opponent, Millie, 15. Spectacled blonde, cross between a cheerleader and a bookworm. She offers a handshake. He stares at her hand with an almost scientific curiosity. Ignoring her gesture, he grabs a white pawn and moves. Taken aback, she focuses on the board and moves. Later, the white army outnumbers the enemy and Nate's kicking her ass. Millie. My grandma died yesterday. Nate, stone-faced. Why are you giving me that information? Millie. My mind's pretty messed up and I can't think clearly. This isn't a fair game, you know. She leans over the table and kisses him, leaving him flummoxed. Millie. Now we're even. She moves. Later, the white army has been decimated. Nate, on the edge, stares at his king, completely surrounded by Millie's army. Behind him, a dark, overcoated figure steps into the light. Sabrina, 30s. Icy stare, throws a wad of cash. It flies into the circle of light over Nate's shoulders, knocking down Nate's king in its wake. And as it lands on the chessboard, Millie grabs the money. Millie, to Nate. Sorry for the dirty trick. Need the cash. Nate watches as she walks away. Why did I lose? I never lose. Sabrina. She toyed with your feelings. Forget it. What she did was wrong. Nate. Then why do I want her to do it again? The question knots every muscle in her jaw. Nate. Mother? Answer me. Sabrina. I'm not your mother, Nate. Interior projection room, night. Nate's seated figure is silhouetted through a multiple light beam that comes out of a projector behind him. Nate is projected onto a screen. Sabrina paces along. The names, letters dance across her face as Sabrina. It's time for you to know your real name. She hits a key on a computer. On screen, letters spread out. New letters appear in between, revealing the acronym New Android Technology Experiment. Nate. Sabrina. Computers are fast, but stupid. Humans are smart, but slow. You've got the best of both. Nate's figure appears on the screen in the form of a schematic drawing depicting both human organs and mechanical parts. Sabrina. You're meant for big things. Chess is just the beginning of your training. Nate stands. Nate. I don't want to be an experiment. Sabrina. Sit. I'm not finished. Nate. I'd rather stand and undermine your authority. She produces a palm-like device and punches some keys, its screen showing the command she completes. Sit. Nate's eyes clamp shut in pain. His hand moves to his nape. He looks down at his legs and they make him sit. Sabrina. Don't make me use the neural control unit again. He rubs his nape which would be here, in pain. What you think you feel for that girl is just a side effect from your biological components in your design. You'll go away soon. Nate, your prediction is incorrect. Sabrina, really? She offers him the palm device. Sabrina, show me. Interior video arcade night. Millie moves effortlessly through a dark teen crowd passage filled by the flickering lights of a video game. Serena, voiceover. Your grasp of human feelings is extremely precarious. Nate follows Millie, trying to catch up, constantly bumped and shouldered off the path, his gel-haired contrasting with the cool haircuts around, the only dark suit amid colorful clothes, a somber, pale face among suntan smiles. Sabrina, voiceover. Girlfriend? Wife? Kids? It's not going to happen for you, Nate. He gets closer, about to touch her shoulder, when another kid approaches Millie, saying something that makes her laugh. Sabrina, voiceover. You were not created for emotional interaction. Nate stops, watching Millie and the kid melt into the crowd. Exterior video arcade night. A black sky pours rain on Nate, sitting on the sidewalk near the entrance, holding the palm device. Sabrina, voiceover. You are not charming. He quickly types "be charming" into the device. He quickly types in "be charming," but the device beeps disapprovingly at him, flashing "invalid directive." Sabrina, you are not sociable. He types "be sociable," getting another beep and "invalid directive." Exterior video arcade day. Sunlight reflects off the wet sidewalk. Millie stops by the entrance, surprised to find Nate standing there. Nate, voiceover. But I'm smart. I can learn the norms, and customs in social interaction. Nate offers Millie a flower. She takes it and smells it. And I've noticed the importance of the gestures that complement humans' verbal language. I can learn them. For the first time, Nate smiles. Millie smiles back. Their smiles die as two shadows fall over them. Nate turns, finding Sabrina and a suited bodyguard. Interior training room night. Billowing curtains dance in the bluish gloom. Nate sits at a chess table connected to his opponent, a computer. Sabrina sits a food tray by his side, staring at the board. Your move? What's taking you so long? Nate. You were wrong. She likes me. Sabrina. It doesn't matter. You won't see her again. Your move. Nate's finger flicks his king down. It falls with a magnified thud that echoes across the room, sending a chill down Sabrina's spine. He produces the palm device. I control my own actions now. Sabrina sighs as she opens a drawer. 5 more devices are inside. She grabs one and punches some keys. Nate's device beeps and screen flashes blocked. You don't control shit. Nate throws the device at her. It hits her in the face. She slips and falls to the floor. Her device slides away. Nate. Check. She stretches to grab the device, but Nate seizes it first. Nate. Check. She stands, rushes toward the drawer as Nate's fingers punch the device's key with superhuman speed. She reaches the drawer, but all the remaining devices flash. Blocked. Nate. Check. Sabrina, don't be naive, Nate. We can make 100 more of... Her eyes pop. Nate, holding the knife from the food tray, gashes at his Nate, holding the knife from the food tray, gashes at his nape, removing a blood-soaked mechanical part carved with the legend, Neural Control Unit. Checkmate. He drops it to the floor. His leather black shoes step on it, smashing it into pieces that fly into every direction. Fade out. That's it. Super simple, super fast, super easy script. And it's not too bad. Hope you guys like it. It should be easier to do. Some of the stuff we'll have to modify for our own, because we're doing this individually basically when we film. Yeah, that's it. Hope you like it. Let me know. Give me some feedback. If you have any script that you want to shoot my way, please do, because that is what we're working with right now. And I really don't want to hear a lot of bitching about it because nobody else has done anything. So find something if you don't like it, and if you do like it, I'm okay with moving ahead, and I want to move ahead because I want to get this started. And let's make our first project, kids. Okay, I'm out.